What's up, gang? It's Keg from Nuked House Sports Betting here for some best bets for today's NASCAR Cup Series race at Phoenix, the Shriners Children's 500. First, don't forget to check out Nuke the House on the Odd Shopper Tales platform. Weekly and monthly NASCAR packages going right now, including subscriber and game betting shows to maximize NASCAR profits during 2025. All premium wagers fully tracked on the nukethehouse.com platform. Check it out. Hit the Xfinity race again today. Things are going well, up about 20 units for the month of March, betting 1 unit max risk. Things can be worse. So let's try to keep it going. All right. So, not a lot to take out of practice. Practice and qualifying was earlier today. And based on the data I saw, it was very hard to differentiate who exactly looked great as opposed to good or good as opposed to okay. Tough, especially with this option tire, which throws a monkey wrench into everything this weekend. Could be a very volatile race. It could not be a very volatile race. In the video that I did for you guys on Thursday, I previewed the field, told you who I liked: Dell, Larson, Byron, Busher, Briscoe, Reddick. Gave you all the contenders, right? They look pretty good in practice today. Wasn't bad. Now let's look for some best bets. Unfortunately, there are not a ton of props out right now. It's 1 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, but we do have some. Obviously, we've given our premium subscribers a bunch of props and a bunch of outrights already. But the plays that I'm going to give out now, I will probably be betting because I like them. So let's kick it off with the top 5 market. Chris Bell, I thought looked good. And to be honest, like I said, you can't take much out of practice, at least in my opinion, based on what I saw. So I'm going to treat this race basically the way that I thought about this race before practice and qualifying. And I'm going to stick with that same tune. I think Chris Bell could easily win this race later on today, without a doubt. He's been very good here. He's won here, and he's got multiple top 5s on this track in the Gen 7 car since 2022. Basically the hottest driver in NASCAR, had a phenomenal 2024. For my money, he's probably the second best driver in the sport right now. And in that minus 110 range, if you're going to give me that for him to top 5 this race, I don't hate it. I feel like you could take your chances on that. Now, I don't like to lay a vig when I bet NASCAR. You guys will find that out about me quickly. But in this case, I really don't mind the 10 cents. I think that's currently available at Caesars. I think he top 5s this race more times than he doesn't. So let's go with Chris Bell to top 5 for the first play. Play number 2. Chris Buescher can win this race. Told you guys that on Thursday. And I still feel that way, even after practice and qualifying. He looked like a top 10 car. If you're going to go off the practice data, probably tail end of the top 10. But we've seen him coming multiple times at Phoenix. He's shown top 10 speed here basically in every race since 2023. He's finished in the top 5 in 2 of the last 3 here. And at plus 175, I think that's a more than fair price right now for Chris Buescher to top 10. I like that play. I've bet Buescher a couple times, a couple different ways already for subscribers, but I'm probably going to pull the trigger on this Chris Buescher top 10 at plus 175. That's currently available at Bet365. You might be able to shop that and find multiple books in the morning at plus 175. But right now, Uh, I only have a few books that I'm looking at, but let's go with Chris Buescher, top 10 plus 175. I like that bet. Last bet, Ross Chastain, top 10 in that minus 110, minus 115 range. Now, Ross looked better in practice than I thought he would have. He's perennially a strong contender on any tire wear track in this next gen car, at least historically. But like I mentioned on Thursday, it looked like his speed had been going in the wrong direction at Phoenix, but he looked better than I thought he would in practice. And if that holds, this we probably see a Ross that looks closer to 2022, early 2023 than late 2023, 2024. So at around basically a pick 'em price for Ross Chastain to hit the top 10 based on track history in this car, that's fair. So let's go with Ross Chastain top 10 minus 115 at bet 365. Shop that in the morning. You might be able to find that at a slightly better price, but right now that's what we are working with. So let's go with those three bets. I like them. Chris Bell, top 5 in that minus 110, minus 115 range. Chris Buescher at plus 175 to top 10. That's available at Bet 365. The Bell bet was available at Caesars. And finally, Ross Chastain, top 10 at about a coin flip, minus 115, minus 120. Also available at Bet 365. But make sure you guys shop that in the morning. We'll be back next week for the NASCAR Cup Series race at Las Vegas. Let's get these home. Hopefully, we have something to celebrate next week. And other than that, we'll see you then. We're out. Later.